Hello and welcome to Heal, Love, Grow. We talk about healing yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Today, I have with me Natalie Williams, and Natalie was able to heal herself by following a raw, vegan, living foods diet. She healed herself from vertigo, perimenopause, allergies, brain fog, and a host of other symptoms. So I'd like to introduce you, Natalie. Thank you for being
Hi,
on today, Natalie.
thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so happy that you are here to share your story with us. So just tell us about some of the symptoms that you were facing and how long you suffered from these symptoms or these illnesses.
I think it was literally my birthday last year in September when I turned 46. It was like everything just went haywire. I didn't recognize my body. I couldn't think straight to save my life. It was all bad. And over every month it was something new. It was something different, something worse. And once it got to like April, I started to have high histamine issues, and any just about anything I ate would cause my skin to break out in horrible hives. My upper body would be in hives and my skin would be painfully dry. So
Mhm.
that's when I decided I needed to find some sort of solution because I like a natural fix.
Yeah.
So I was like, if there's something natural that I can do, I need to find it.
Okay. Did you see any type of physician about the problems that you were having, or did you just decide, okay, I always go the natural route, so this is what I'm going to do?
I always go the natural route, so that was what I was going to do, mainly because I had also joined a perimenopause group on Facebook,
Mhm.
and all the ladies would talk about their doctors not knowing anything, not really being helpful. And that's been my experience with doctors for most things throughout my life and raising my kids. So I just said, well, we're going to just stay the course and sort this out ourselves.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like every time you go to the doctor, they don't necessarily know what's going wrong with you. They'll say,
Right.
well, it could be this or it could be that. Let me give you this prescription, try this
Right.
out. And then if it's not working, come back and see us. So they
Right.
never really just fully know what's going on with you.
Exactly, which is
Crazy.
understandable, but
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Yeah.
okay. So I
Yeah.
got
But
desperate and prayed, please, Lord, I need to find a way to fix this.
listen, prayer changes things for sure.
Amen.
Yeah, yeah. So, you said that you were in a couple of groups online, Facebook groups for perimenopause. And how did you discover raw veganism? How did you come into that discovery? Was it
Um,
someone that you saw or something that maybe you saw online or someone you met?
it had to start with the initial fruit cleanse group that I participated in on Facebook. I did that for all of July because I felt kind of led, like God was like, do this, and you'll see changes and improvements. So it started there, and then I was kind of like I asked the group leader, what do we do next? And he mentioned raw vegan because I had already been eating. Had I? I had already been more vegetarian, but I didn't really know anything about raw vegan. I never knew people were just eating raw food. I
Yeah.
just didn't.
Sounds a little unorthodox.
So when
Yeah.
he told me that was an option, I was like, okay, well, so I started the research there.
Hmm.
So that wasn't
Hmm.
until July that I heard about that.
Okay. So initially, did you do, like you said, you talked about the detox. Did you do a detox before going into being raw vegan? And
It
if you did,
was it was I mean, if you want, I would call the 30-day fruit cleanse that I did in, well, 31 days, I guess, July. Um, I would call that the detox that really set things up for me. Got
yeah,
things moving nicely.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Yeah.
basically I did do a detox before that. I can't imagine just going from, eating dairy. I didn't really eat meat at that point, but dairy and then jumping right into raw vegan. I think that might have been a real shock to my system. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah. Kind of ease your way into it. Did you take any herbal supplement at that time to help to detox your body, or was it just the juices that you use?
The group leader didn't want us using herbs, so that was, an easy out for me. But now I feel like I should research them and kind of learn about them, but I don't use them at this point.
Okay. Okay, got you. So then you did your juice cleanse for 30 days or 31 days, and then you went into eating raw vegan. How long into eating raw vegan did you begin to notice results from it? Did you see a drastic change? I would imagine that, after your juice cleanse, like you said, you started to notice some change, but when did you start to really just see the drastic change?
It was actually a fruit cleanse. I did all what did he have us on? Sweet watery fruits for July.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it was like a week, 7 days. I noticed I didn't have the severe anxiety that had been crippling me for months. And when I noticed it, I thought, oh wow. Because I didn't really even go into it to heal that. I was really focused on my skin not torturing me.
Yeah,
So for
yeah.
the anxiety thing to resolve was amazing to me. And in a week,
Hmm. And people don't realize how much food just really affects your body. And like you
it
said,
really does.
anxiety. I experienced the same thing. And after changing my diet, I didn't first of all I didn't realize I had anxiety. That's
Okay.
number one. But after changing my diet and just noticing the changes within myself was like, no, that's exactly what you had. You definitely had anxiety. So
And it
yeah,
is awful.
yeah,
I
it
don't wish that
is.
on anybody.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. You definitely feel more at peace by eating this way.
Mhm.
So okay, you did the fruit cleanse for
Mhm.
31 days and then you went into eating raw vegan. So how long have you been eating raw vegan as of now?
Um, I have been, well, it would be uh since July at the end of July, whatever. Um, raw vegan 95% of the time.
Okay. Okay. So like a high raw type vegan diet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm currently on right now. Working my way into I'm more raw vegan now, but I kind of just don't like to put labels on things because if you push
Exactly.
up, people may say, I thought you were raw vegan.
Right.
So I
Exactly.
am, raw vegan, but every once in a while, I guess I may have a slip up. You just never know. So, but yeah, that's awesome. So you were able to reverse vertigo. And can you just explain to us, the symptoms and everything that you experienced with vertigo?
Oh man. Vertigo. I had heard about it, but
Hmm.
I'd never experienced it. I thought you're just really spinning around, or how does this work? I woke up, it was Mother's Day. I woke up on Mother's Day and it was like I was just spinning in circles. I was just going in circles. Stood up, but it wasn't like I was standing straight up. It was just the strangest feeling I think I've ever had. And I had no control over it. I felt like I walked to the bathroom and instead of being upright, I felt like I was like this.
Hmm.
And I made sure just to stay in bed all day. I thought if I closed my eyes, I would be able to stop the spinning. Nope. Then I was spinning in the dark. I just, it was the strangest thing. Um, it was awful. It was just that day too. And then
Okay.
later in the day, I had a really bad headache. But I've only had that a couple of times, thankfully.
Hmm.
I guess somebody along the way mentioned taking vitamin D helps, and that did help shorten one of the times I've had it. So, but that was not worth actually it someone told me it was likely triggered by having dairy the day before.
Mm.
I'm happy to be off dairy if that's what's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. Dairy has so many different side effects on your body. But yeah, I got on a tire swing a week or so ago. Got on a tire swing and I was like, if this is what vertigo is like, I want no parts in it at
Hmm.
all because it didn't just affect me for that day, it affected me the next day
Oh,
too. Just one
yes.
time on a tire swing. So I can only imagine what you were going through. So after you did your cleanse, you did your fruit cleanse and your raw vegan, have you noticed any other changes that you have experienced? Maybe spiritual changes? Do you feel like you're more connected to God? I know you did say that you don't have brain fog anymore. You feel more clear-headed. So that's a
So,
plus.
so much clearer. It got to a point where you know how they'll send you a little code, like a 6-digit code for you to type in somewhere else.
Yeah.
Couldn't even remember the 6 digits long enough
Hmm.
to type it in.
Yeah.
But that was cleared up in through the time in the fruit cleanse as well. But I definitely feel much closer to God. I hear him more clearly. I feel him more deeply. I have a lot more compassion for people, and I was pretty compassionate before.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, but it's a healthier concern for people, I
Yeah.
think, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
And along with my health issues, when I prayed about a solution, I also asked him to help me with the brain fog, primarily because I'm a writer, and brain fog really just kept me from writing. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, maybe that was just, a childhood thing that I got to enjoy and was passionate about, and that's over now. But I've been able to write again, and it's been amazing.
Wow, that is amazing. I mean, brain fog can just really hold you back from doing so many things. And I have ADD, or I suffer from ADD, but after changing my diet, it's made a huge impact on my life. I'm able to
I
focus
had
a lot more.
I had no idea food had this much impact on things. And I guess, when things get out of whack, it's more prevalent, but I really didn't know food could be this this hard.
Yeah, yeah. I just wish that doctors were more versed in, nutrition.
Yes.
They don't take that many classes in nutrition, is what I've heard, which is
Right.
unfortunate. But, we'd be able to heal so many things as opposed to putting people on pharmaceutical drugs
Right.
yeah, just to look at their diet and say, well, hey, make these changes within your diet and, everything will be okay. So,
Seems like a
yeah,
pretty easy fix. I mean,
exactly. But it's not the money maker, right?
easy. Right, for sure. That's true.
That's not where the money lies. Yeah. So, have you have you been able to influence others? Or have others been influenced to change your diet as a result of you changing your diet? Have they seen the changes within you and said, you know what, maybe maybe I'll give it a try?
I have gotten, oh well, I guess yes, yes. Um, I've got my daughter and my son who are in their 20s. They're eating more fruit at
Oh,
least.
good.
My son said, I can't eat like that. I'm not a rabbit, which fair.
Sounds like my son too. He's like, I'm a meat eater. This is what I do. But yeah, yeah, I've been able to influence him just to eat more fruit. Definitely eats more fruit. I have more
Yes,
fruits and vegetables in the house, so that's
right.
just what he ends up
It
naturally going
is.
to the snack on. He didn't even realize that he's eating healthy, but he just snacks on it. I was like,
That's how
yes.
you do it. Yes.
And not
And
saying anything about it. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
my younger sister is she struggles with it because she's like, I just have these strong cravings. I'm like, it takes time. It's not gonna be overnight. It's not overnight for me. But she's definitely leaned heavily into fruit. So I'm like, well, I tell people who want to hear about it. Other than that, I just leave it alone.
Yeah, yeah. You'd be surprised at how many people actually look at what you're doing and they try to do it. They may not say
Right.
it. Yeah, but later on it'll come out like, no, I've been eating more fruits lately. I'm like, wow, that's
Oh.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. Good for you. So, have you had any slip-ups along the way?
I don't think I consider them slip-ups.
Mhm.
Um, Because I'm the kind of person who, like you said, I don't do labels. Like I don't have this is the rule book for raw vegan, so this is all I eat every time,
Yeah,
every day, all day, forever. Um, because first of all, it's probably still partially some addiction to
yeah,
like the cooked
absolutely.
things and coffee for sure.
Yeah.
And it's also a thing of I don't want to give it up, so I'm
Hmm.
not. And
Hmm.
maybe I'll get there, but
Yeah, yeah, it takes time. Everything, yeah, things don't happen overnight. Like you said, it's a slow progression because I know definitely didn't get into it just, I didn't just jump into it. I took my time. And if I'm being honest with myself, I look back over time, it took a couple of years for me to get here where I am. First being vegan and then slowly, changing one meal a day and then two meals a day, it
which
was a
is a
slow
smart way
progression.
to do it.
If exactly, if I actually look back over time and see how I did it, it was a slow progression. Yeah, I'm glad
Okay.
that you said that. Yeah.
I've heard people say that, and I thought, well, okay, that's fair. Because over time, I definitely find that I'm not craving the same things I did at the beginning of this whole thing. But I am definitely like coffee just about every day. It's going in.
Mhm.
I do love popcorn still. It's like I can't. When I want it, I want it.
Yeah.
It's I'm a work in progress
Yeah, in time. Yeah, things take time. Slow and steady wins the race is what I say.
for sure.
Um, yeah, so what keeps you motivated other than, the health issues and not having the health issues, what keeps you motivated to eat this way, to continue to eat this way?
Like you said, definitely the health issues because vertigo is not worth anybody's pizza.
Mhm.
Um, but the way I feel,
Yeah.
the way I think I'm very much motivated by feeling good. So if I find something that makes me feel good, I'm like, okay, this is it. So for sure, the way I feel, the clear thinking, I'm able to make decisions faster. I'm able just the clarity of mind, being able to hear better spiritually, again, being able to write again. It's just not worth going back for me.
Yeah, just so much, your quality of life has changed just
Yes.
dramatically. So why would you go
And
back?
quickly.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. So what does a typical day of eating look like for you? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks? What do you generally have?
Okay. Generally it will be either I'll have a cold pressed juice that I make myself, usually the day before, um, or it's a fruit smoothie for breakfast, and later on I'll have coffee. Then I'll have a variety of fruits. This fall season of fruits.
It's not as exciting as the winter. I'm definitely
Man.
definitely having to rethink, what I'm going to eat for
Right.
sure. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, apples, bananas, oranges, I just keep it simple. Grapes, I eat that all through the day. And then usually by like 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm wanting something different. So it's usually a big salad full of raw veggies. And um, lately it's been sunflower seeds that have been really calling me. It's just so random. But,
Yeah.
um,
What your
and
body needs, apparently. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
so yeah, that's my typical day of eating. Sometimes if we go out, it might be slightly different, but I try to stick with that most days so that at least again 95% of my food is nourishing my body.
Yeah, yeah. And you mentioned, you try to keep it simple. I think life is about simplicity. We try to overcomplicate things most
Yes.
times, but life just gets so much easier when we just keep it simple. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at raw vegan recipes and this and that. I was like, no,
There's
that's
no need.
lovely,
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
one day,
Just
but
yeah,
not now.
exactly, exactly. And I've done
Yeah.
that. In the beginning, I did do that. Now I don't really do that as much anymore. And I'm just like, just feels a lot less stressful when you don't have to just really worry about what's for dinner, or, what's for
Right.
lunch. I'm going to eat a salad. I'm going to eat a smoothie. I'm going to eat some fruit. Yeah, life is
Exactly.
just so much more easier,
Mhm.
less to worry about for sure. Yeah, well, thank you so much for being on the show. You have just really helped and blessed so many people suffering from brain fog, perimenopause, vertigo. That's a big deal. Yeah, by simply changing your diet, eating the things that our mothers would always tell us, eat
Right.
your fruits and vegetables. Who knew
Right.
that life would just be so much more simpler if we just ate our fruits and vegetables? But yes,
Yes.
yes. Definitely definitely a help to so many people. So I definitely appreciate you for being here today and
Thank you
sharing
so
your
much for
story.
having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes.